Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer is HiJinx Citra Squeeze. That comes from HiJinx Brewing and they're out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. This is a 6.5% alcohol by volume. Guys, I'll tell you straight up, this comes from Rico, and he sent me this beer a couple of months ago, and I reviewed it, but the video got lost, and he was gracious enough, and also a couple of the Bissell brothers, and if I recall, I did the video on all three of those beers the same day, so I don't know what happened to that video, but he was gracious enough to pick up those three again and send it to me for me to re-review, and hopefully this time I won't be a dumbass and delete the video before I get it uploaded to the computer. So I apologize, Rico. I'm so sorry, sir, and I appreciate you sending them back to me again. I'll make sure this time that does not happen. This is a IPA. It doesn't have the IBUs. I don't see on the can anywhere. And the biggest beef that I'm going to tell you about, what I have about these guys, they have a dating machine, but instead of putting the date on the bottom of the can, they've written something silly on the bottom of the can. It says batch number 0011, and that's for their benefit, and I can understand that. But underneath that it says tomfoolery in every can. Then it has a timestamp underneath that. So there's 4 different rows that they can write something in, and they choose not to write the date. I'm not a fan of that. They have the machine, but they want to write tomfoolery in every can. Okay, they've already got that written. Or here it says tomfoolery in every sip. So I guess they're a bunch of tomfools or tomfooleries. So that's my biggest fuss about this. They have a machine that can do it, they choose not to. Still got the price tag on the side of this, $2.50 for this can of beer. So let's see where it ends up. Alright, the note that Rico sent me here says 6.5 American IPA, 55 IBUs listed here. Time and batch number on the bomb can, no date though. Purchased a couple of days ago, sold in a 6-pack. So, other than writing something silly on the bottom of the can, they need to put a date on it, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. No commercial description listed here, so we'll go straight over to the food pairings while I pour this. Cuisine is your curried in Thai food. Cheeses are pepper jack, Monterey, sharp blue cheddar, your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger. The meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon, and I'll add grilled meat to that because everything that comes off the grill goes well with a nice, tasty IPA. Glass right, a pint back or 9 tumbler mug, Steinside Dale. I'm using my favorite tulip glass today, guys, and not recommended for extended cellarings. That's the whole reason we need to have a date on it. So, about a half a finger of head in that pour. It is very cloudy, guys. Looks like an unfiltered beer. It really does. Almost looks like orange juice in there. And I'm a big fan of these unfiltered IPAs, especially when they're as cloudy as this one is. This probably has a lot of juicy pulpiness to it. So, let's get a nose to it. Very nice, piney, citrusy. Have some mango and oranges and tangerines, maybe some grapefruit in there. Very nice. Very nice aroma on that beer. Wow. First beer of the day. It's that time. Let's get it on. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Ooh, yeah. That's very tasty, guys. Heavy orange, tangerine, grapefruit nuts on this beer. To me, it tastes a little heavier than 55 IBUs. Maybe 65 or 70 is what it's tasting like. But it's the first beer of the day, and a lot of times some of these IPAs can taste a little bitter when you first get into them. Wonderful aroma, guys. Really, really good. Well, that's a very tasty beer. Before I run off camera and sip on this and let her have a couple of sips, at $2.50 a can, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure. Hopefully, it's going to be cheaper if you buy the whole 6-pack, because at $2.50 a can, $2.50 is $5. Another $2.50 is $7.50. The 6-pack of this costs $15. That would be a little on the pricey side, I'm afraid, my friends. I don't know if I would actually pay $15 for a 6.5% IPA. That is, even though it's a very tasty beer, I would hope a 6-pack of this would not cost you $15. Alright guys, we're going to sip on a little bit of this right out of the fridge and let it warm up just a hair, and we'll see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sipping on about 20 minutes or so. Very nice lacing it's leaving on the glass here. Very tasty beer, guys. My only disappointment is the price of the beer, and a lot of times when they pull singles out, they mark them up a little bit because they're breaking up the 6-pack. Hopefully, like I said a few minutes ago, this beer doesn't cost $15 6-pack. Rico, you might put in the comments what a 6-pack of this costs, or if you just bought the single can, if you know. I'm hoping that it was not a $15 6-pack, but it could be. It's a really tasty beer. It's a very well-made beer. I like it when they do this type of unfiltered IPA and they leave all that pulpy goodness in there, and it adds to the taste of the beer. It really does. So they're not filtering out all them goodies. So I enjoyed this. This is very tasty. Let's do the final chug. Wonderful aroma. Very delicious, guys. It does have a strong bitterness for only 55 IBUs, though. It tastes more like 65 or 70 to me. And besides them putting something silly on the bottom like tomfoolery in every can, if they really think it's that important to have that on it, have it written on a can on the outside somewhere around here. They've got tomfoolery in every sip written on the side of the can. Maybe that's the head brewer's name, Tom Foolery. Well, Tom, I can tell you have a dating machine and you choose not to do that, so that's going to cost you a grade point. Guys, to me, this is a 9 beer in an 8 can. I do think it's an 8 beer, and it would get to 9 grade if it had a date on the bottom of it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give it to 90. I'm gonna give it to 90. I think they could do better as far as the dating, but the beer is pretty damn awesome. What's inside the can is pretty tasty. So, definitely worth picking up if you're not having to pay $15 for a 6-pack of it. I would have a hard time doing that too. So let's run over to Beer Advocate, and they haven't had enough people to post reviews or comments about it to put a date on it, a grade on it, and neither has Rate Beer. So maybe they're a pretty small brewery. I really don't know, or how far they distribute out from the brewery, since neither one of these sites have a grade listed for it. So, and we'll run over to Untappd for our final check-in, and they have it at 3.68, which is in their middle of the B category. It doesn't get up to the B plus till they get 3.75, so it's right in between the B and the B plus in my opinion. So I think it's a little better than that. It is pretty damn tasty. Just a little heavy on the bitterness there. They could back off on the bittering hops just a tad. Just my opinion though. So if you've had this one from HiJinx Brewing, this is their Citra Squeeze. Let me know what you think. Damn tasty beer. Thanks again, Rico. I appreciate it. Come on back, y'all. We're going to go take a walk tomorrow, see what's in the fridge. See you then.